reading entitled What is the Karma for Your Ex-Friend, Your Work Colleagues or Work Colleague, and your family member. Excuse me. Now, pile number one is for your ex-friend. Pile number two is for your work colleagues or work colleague. And pile number three is for your family member. So this is a karma reading for those that I just mentioned who tried or who unfortunately may have succeeded in coming up against you. What is the outcome? What is the repercussions for their actions? So you got a choice between pile one, which is for your ex-friend, pile two, which is for your work colleagues or your work colleague, or pile three. You can choose all piles if you want. I'm going to give you a moment to choose which pile you're drawn to. Okay. Let's go to pile number one. Hello, thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate you. Haven't been on for a while, but I've been meaning to do this reading for the longest time. But we're here now, so let's get cracking on and see what the karma is for your ex-best friend. Trigger warning, if I mention anything that triggers you, butterflies, and please do feel free to switch off and then come back again, because I'm going to go in pretty deep with these readings, all right? Okie dokie, so let's see. So we're going to take a look at what this individual done, right? This is the ex-friend of yours. We're going to take a look at what they done. And then we're going to take a look at why they did it. And then we're going to take a look at their karma, all right? So we have the moon card. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer, or you could be a Pisces or a Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, or Venus. We've got Four of Pentacles. We've got the Justice card. You could be a Libra, or they could be a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, or Venus. We also have the Five of Wands, Seven of Cups, and Ten of Cups. All right, so this is what this individual done to you. All right, I feel like this person tried to implant fear into your mind. You know, they were trying to project their fears onto you. They wanted to confuse you with the moon card, because with the moon card, I always look at the two roads that lead to different destinations. So they were trying to steer you off your path. They were trying to lead you into a different destination than what you had planned for yourself, or what God, Spirit, or whoever you believe in had planned for you. How they were doing this was by trying to emotionally manipulate you, trying to cast judgment upon your decisions and actions, and just basically trying to implant fear into your mental, you know. They were very controlling with the Four of Pentacles. They wanted to hold you back from succeeding in some way. They also wanted to sway your judgments. They wanted you to come out of character. You know, they were very threatened by your grace, by your balance, how emotionally balanced you were. And it just highlights to me with this reading, butterflies, that they were very jealous of your essence. They were very jealous of your decision making, how fair-minded you are, maybe your class, you know, maybe you speak with a lot of eloquence, maybe you're very well spoken, you're highly intelligent, and you just want to do the right thing. You're generally an all-round good person, and they were very threatened by this, right? This individual may have physically attacked some of you, is what I'm picking up, the Five of Wands. Even if they did not physically attack some of you, the mere presence of you made them want to attack you because of the jealousy. The jealousy was so raw, it was so intense for them that they felt like they had to fight you because of the jealousy that they had for you. I feel like this person, again, there's something around, there's two things I'm picking up here. They were jealous of your creativity. They saw you as a magical, mystical being. They saw you as ethereal, otherworldly, someone that has so much talent, someone that is very loved, someone that literally had or has the world at their feet, right? They are very angry about your family setup, is what I'm picking up. So I feel like they try to cause confusion within your home. Maybe you invite this person into your home. Maybe you had this person around your children, around your partner. And this infuriated them even more. Even if they weren't in your home or they didn't come to your house, they were aware of your dynamics. They were aware of your family setup. They may have tried to cause a separation between yourself and your family. They may have wanted to take you away from your family. They may have wanted to separate yourself and your husband or your wife. You know, this is the type of person that will try to convince you that being married is boring, or, you know, living the family life is dull. But they were actually trying to take you away from something that they actually wanted for themselves. For some of you, this person wanted you for themselves. This person may have had romantic feelings for you. For others of you, this person wanted your setup. Like, they were jealous of how you got on with your siblings. They were jealous of how you got on with your mother. They were jealous of how in love you and your partner were, right? I feel for some of you, they may have tried to talk you out of buying a home. Maybe you and your partner found the home of your dreams for you, yourself and your family. And maybe this individual, you know, they're very selfish. They're thinking about themselves. And there's an energy of them wanting to control your every move, wanted to keep abreast of your goals and your dreams, wanted to be a part of your life, you know, and feeling left out in some way. And by you pursuing what you wanted to pursue, it made them feel inadequate to you. So it made them feel like they had to secretly compete with you. They felt like you shone like a star, and they felt very bleak in comparison to you. You know, they felt as if, I feel like you unfortunately triggered all their insecurities, because I'm hearing the word dredged up. You dredged up all this gunk that they had, you know, repressed within, and they spilled it out onto you, whether that was through snidey comments, whether that was through attacking you for some of you. And if they did attack you, it was because of their jealousy and anger and animosity that they had from within, from past traumas, and seeing you being at peace, seeing you going towards your goals or being happy, infuriated them. It's almost as if, why do I have to reside in this mental hell that I cannot escape from, and you get the easy route, you get the easy life? In their view, they just felt that your life was simple, your life was at peace, and they were in mental prison. They wanted to trade places, so they were projecting a lot onto you. When they realized that their projections weren't working, they may have resulted to physical violence, or they resulted into manipulation, mind games, so that you are in some sort of anxiety, so that you make the wrong decisions. They try to hold you back from your goals. They try to hold you back from your creativity. They try to restrict and block you. And this person tried to, they try to encourage some of you to leave your partner or to leave your home. You know, if this person is a parent themselves, I'm hearing they may have been a single parent, or they may have been divorced themselves, right? And I feel as if they were trying to encourage you to be single too, and encourage you to always hang out, to drink, to party, so that your children are left unaided. You know, they were jealous of your parenting skills as well, right? Again, it's highlighting to me that they were jealous of your connection with your mother and how loved you were. They were jealous of the love that you had. They wanted to cause endings in your life. They wanted you to experience the turmoil, the emotional turmoil that they were enduring. They felt that your existence, in their view, around them wasn't fair. They felt that they should have been living the life that you're living. They wanted to destiny swap with you. Again, I picked up about if you were going to buy a house, or there's something about a house, right? They try to encourage, for some of you, they may have went as far as to go to a lawyer and to, or something like this. They may have tried to go to someone to get you in trouble with the law, or they tried to go to somebody so that you can't sign something. So for instance, if you were going to purchase a flat or a property or something of that sort, right, and they knew about it, they may have tried to go over your head and get the deal, if that makes sense. For some of you, they tried to get a flat before you, or the same flat, because it was all designed to stop and block you. They may have tried to tell your partner that you were up to no good. Maybe you did hang out with this person. Maybe you did go raving or something like that. And your partner looked after your children, but they were trying to, or they did succeed for some of you in telling your partner about what you got up to whilst you're drinking. Maybe you overdrank. Maybe you're not usually like this, but you just had a bit too much. And there's something about pictures. Maybe they've taken pictures of you in uncompromising situations, and they were trying to bribe you and tell your partner that they have got these pictures of you so that your partner leaves you. There's something here, but I do feel like that's only for a specific few, very specific, right? But for some of you, I feel like they were trying to hold you back. They may have tried to hold back money from you, money that was owed to you, right? This is seventh house energy. So yeah, they didn't want you to have connections. They didn't want you to work. They may have blocked you and stopped you from working. They may have been in secret competition with you in regards to working. They were jealous of your beauty as well, is what I'm picking up. They sabotage opportunities from you, especially creative opportunities, or that was their plan, because they wanted these creative opportunities for themselves. They wanted you to be in fear of your choices, your goals. They wanted you to heavily rely on them to create fear, and for you to run to them for healing. This is what I picked up. All right, so let's take a look at why they did it. I think I touched upon that. So they done it because they were very jealous of your creativity, how likable you are, how creative you are. Some of you could be singers, some of you could be dancers, actors. There's something very magical and mystical and enchanting about your energy, about who you are as a person, about your essence. And they wanted to I'm hearing the word stain you. They wanted you to be tainted. They wanted to taint your image, because they see you as someone like the Page of Cups. They see you as someone that is very charming, jovial, happy, just very happy, and someone that has a lot to look forward to, someone that is seen as very likable. So they were jealous of your personality, and they just felt like you just glide through life, without any cares in the world, and someone that just expresses themselves so effectively. And they struggle with that. They struggle with their identity. They struggle with expressing themselves. They wish that they could express themselves in the way that you. Why they treated you this way is because of how grounded you are. Some of you are in positions of power, or your creativity is going to lead you to be in a position whereby you gain a lot of financial abundance. Or this is what they foresee. They feel like you're going to leave them behind, and in their view, you're going to think you're better than them, when I don't know why they think that. But they feel like your creativity, your talents is eventually going to lead you to major success, and they can't find their way in this world. They're still struggling to find their way in this world. And to them, it's going to be a humiliation when you do succeed, because maybe this individual is trying to be creative as well. Maybe, and this could be about looks. Maybe this person is jealous of your looks, with the Seven of Cups, because I always get like Piscean energy, Neptunian energy, which is very mystical, magical, and beautiful. So they're jealous of your looks. So maybe you and this individual were both going into the same area of creativity, maybe singing, dancing, acting, something to do with movement or presentation. And it could be art as well for some of you. And many people liked your creativity over theirs, and this was a jealousy as well. which is why they may have tried to sabotage you for some of you. I also feel that this individual feels like you're going to be well established and well known for your, I'm hearing stardom, or you're going to become a star in a field, because every time I look at the Eight of Pentacles, I feel that it's like Capricorn energy. Capricorn rules the 10th house, which talks about status. It talks about reputation. It talks about, you know, being in a position of power, how you're seen at work. And, you know, I feel like whatever you do, you're very well versed in this area, and you could be getting paid for this, whatever you do, or you're about to get paid for this, or they fear that you're going to get paid a lot for this because they're very fixated on a talent that you have or the way that you look, and it's attached to money. They're just thinking about how much money you're going to make. And for some of you, if you are married, they are jealous of you and your husband, or you and your wife, because you seem to be very content. You may not be, you know, super rich, but you're very emotionally abundant, meaning you're very happy. Your children are happy. You know, some of you could live like in a cottage or something, or in a peaceful area, and maybe you're very excited that you found this property, or how your life has been. And whilst you were talking about how things are going, you found the right school for the children, and, you know, you're decorating the house, and your husband made a nice roast. They were jealous, you know. They were getting very angry, and they feel like you're living the soft life. They feel like you are spoiled by your partner. They feel like you spoil your children. This could be another thing whereby they could be scrimping and saving, and they may feel like they can't spoil their children in the way that you spoil your children. They feel as if, you know, for some of you, how you get on with your mum, they wish that they can get on with their mum and dad like that. And your siblings or sibling, they feel as if you live this magical life that they didn't feel that they would ever get to glimpse in their own life. And when they glimpsed it through you, they became very resentful of you, and they felt like they needed to shatter your world somehow, because they weren't experiencing what they felt you were experiencing, which is happiness, fun, laughter. You know, you have a lot of creativity. They feel like they can't access their creativity. They feel like they can't access their self-expression, and you can. So they wanted to block you. They felt like your life was too easy. Why they have to struggle and strive for the bare minimum. You just get what you want in their view. But if they take it back, they'll realize that if you are getting what you want, it's because of your talents and because of your hard work. Because Capricorn energy does speak about working hard. You know, it's that energy. Saturn is all about hard work, durability, stability, not taking any shortcuts. So whatever you've gained, or whatever they are fearing, because there's a lot of fear with this individual, you see, they fear that you're going to gain some sort of abundance, this 10 of cups life. Some of you are living in this 10 of cups life, and they're very jealous of it, and they feel like, oh, you just get things handed to you, when in actual fact, whatever you have now, you've earned it. You know, Saturn has blessed you. You've been through your hardships, and some of you could still be going through certain hardships, unfortunately, and hopefully not, right? Or if you are on your way to gaining a certain amount of abundance, this person feels like they don't have access to the things that you have access to. And again, things are just handed to you. But again, it's due to your talents. Whatever you have that they are fixated on and want for themselves is due to your hard work and talents. Maybe you went out with different partners and they were all F boys or F girls, and then you finally met somebody that's the energetic match and that wanted the same things out of a life that you want, and you found that. And they're not thinking about the times when you were talking to them about, you know, when you were ghosted, when you were dating an F boy or whatever, and they were in a certain position. They're not thinking about that. They're not happy for the fact that you are now in a relationship and you're happy and you have children. Or they're not thinking about the times where you were a struggling artist, you know, when you were trying to get your work seen, and you were getting met with no's, or when you were working behind the scenes diligently and you didn't even have a clear, concise, not to say you didn't have a plan, but I'm picking up sometimes for some of you, you may have been working behind the scenes on your goals, but you may have felt like, am I ever going to succeed in this area? Is this going to be all for nothing? But I know I have to continue working on this, but am I going to get my break? You were unsure in certain cases as to whether or not you were going to get a break. And they were aware of this. They were with you during these times. But now that I feel for you, pile number one, you have achieved something that this person didn't see coming. And instead of being happy for you, they're jealous. So they try to sabotage you. You know, they tried to sabotage you. They tried to cause endings in contracts. They didn't want you to get a contract, is what I'm picking up. They tried to block a contract from you. For some of you, they may have went as far as to do some sort of moon magic or something like that. For some of you, they don't know how to do magic, but their thoughts were projecting on your, you know, on blockages, you know, to steer you off the wrong path. They may have told you to go somewhere when you were supposed to go somewhere else. They had this way about convincing you about doing things, and you may have listened. They were very manipulative, but it was all designed. I'm picking up for some of you, they weren't aware that they were in this energy, but they were residing in a very negative energy. Yeah, they wanted you to miss out on opportunities. They felt very bored in life, and they felt like you were living in this whole new world, is what I'm hearing. They were depressed as well. They felt like they didn't get opportunities the way that you got opportunities in love, opportunities in career, opportunities in general. They saw how people liked you. They saw how people wanted to work with you, especially people in work. You know, they saw how you were respected by others, and they just felt like a nobody in comparison to you. Yeah, they saw how you were loved. And they saw that you had a lot of self-love as well. And they saw how much your mother loved you. So there's something about the mother here. And they were very jealous of it. They were very jealous of your relationship with your mother. For some of you, they were very jealous when you became pregnant. They were jealous when you had a child. They were jealous when you found a partner as well. And they just felt like you now think that you're better than them when that wasn't the case. They just felt that they were being left behind. And they felt inadequate. They felt like your blessings were coming into fruition. And what about theirs? So they thought that they needed to destroy. They felt the need to try and snatch away your abundance with the Nine of Cups. You know, they felt in their view that you gaining all these blessings was making you smug, which I don't feel is the case. And they were in the energy of why them and not me? How come they're getting all these blessings? What about me? And this is not a type of person to put in any work. This is a type of person that likes to take shortcuts. This is a type of person that wants instant gratification, instant fame for some of you. Yeah, they want to be in a position of power without working hard for it. They want to be respected. They want the things that you have, or the things that they fear you're going to gain, which you will, without working for it. And they wanted to swap places with you because they feel like their life is boring and bleak, and your life is magical, enchanting, and otherworldly. You know, I don't know why I'm here in Hollywood, but they just feel like your life is completely different to the way that they live their life, and they felt that it was their duty to try and destroy it. So you or this individual could be of the signs Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith. So we're going to take a look at their karma. So this person was clearly jealous of you. You know, they were jealous of your essence, jealous of your creativity, your family life. your emotional and financial abundance, and they try to manipulate you into taking a different route away from your goals. They try to implant fear into you to say like, oh, you know, if you do that, this might happen. Or, you know, they were very manipulative. You know, they tried to manipulate you out of your blessings. They tried to, I'm hearing the word destiny swap. They tried to make you act out of character and act in a vulgar way to seize your own opportunities. They wanted you to sabotage your own opportunities and lose everything. So let's take a look at their karma. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith. So what is their karma spirit? They're going to lose connections. So for some of you, they're going to lose connections with you. You know, you're going to cut this person off, chuck them out of your life, which is going to come as a huge shock to this individual. Because for some of you, they felt like they were getting away with what they were doing. For others of you, I feel as if yeah, that's what I picked up. They felt like they were going to get away with what they were doing. They're going to lose connections with other people because this is Aquarius energy. And I'm going to get my thing that my friend got for me for my birthday. My beautiful Virgo friend. Okay, okay. So, with the Knight of Swords, this individual is going to lose connections with others. They're going to miss their footing. There's something about missing their footing. If they own a vehicle, they could, you know, lose control of that vehicle or not press the brakes in time. There's something about losing control of a vehicle for some of you. I feel as if, yeah, they might be on the phone whilst being in a vehicle. They might be on the phone and not press the brakes in time. I also feel like many people are going to want to argue and fight this individual because they've upset many other people. It's not just you. So many people are going to turn on this person, and the people that they thought were their friends are actually going to want to argue with them and bombard them on social media. There's something about them, and if they done that to you, the same thing's gonna happen to them. Many people are gonna cut them off from social media. They will not be able to access you. You know, I'm looking at the stars in this picture. Them not being able to access you is going to affect them mentally. You know, because Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus. Uranus is the planet of shocks. So they're going to find it very shocking when you decide to remove yourself. If you have not removed yourself, Spirit is urging you to. When you do decide to remove yourself, this person's going to almost have a mental breakdown. They're going to be bamboozled because it's going to come very shocking to this person that they've been kicked out of your life. You know, that Uranian energy also talks about, yes, shocks, sudden changes. It's going to be a sudden change that they will not be able to adapt to. And they're going to feel as if everything they've experienced with you before, i.e. the friendship, was all a dream. Because the way they're going to be kicked out of your life so suddenly, or the way they're going to lose access to your life, is going to make them second guess as to whether or not the friendship was real, because they are going to be blocked on so many different platforms, and they will not be able to access you, which is going to put them in a frenzy to try and access you, but they won't know how to get to you. And that's going to keep them up at night. They're going to be on the social media trying to find you. And, even if they try and, I don't know, like your spirit guides are not playing on this one, because even if they try and add you on a different name, they're still not going to get any access to you. They're not going to find out anything about you, and it's going to make them very, very upset, to the point where they start wilding out and arguing with everyone around them, snapping at their friends. Their friends are going to be looking at them sideways, and they're going to get into arguments with those that are around them, like associates and friends, and they're not going to be telling their associates and friends why they're acting in this erratic way, and that's going to make them lose the connections with you. Like, them losing access to you is going to lead them into having a breakdown. We've got the Strength card. So that's Aquarius and Leo energy. They oppose each other. So they're going to feel weakened by your strength for some of you. Strength card is Leo energy. Leo energy rules the fifth house, sorry. And the fifth house talks about creativity, self-expression, seeing you express yourself more. Like, some of you are going to have a glow up if they do manage to see you on social media. They're going to hear about your wins, is what I'm hearing. They're going to see your wins, or they're going to hear about your wins. There's going to be a transformation. They won't recognize you, and it's going to come to their awareness of their plans didn't succeed. I feel as if they're going to be exposed for who they are, and learning that whatever they did to you didn't take you off your spot. You still striving, you still achieving, you still expressing yourself and being successful. And that could be in performing arts, that could be in singing, dancing, acting, sports, entertainment. Seeing that you're still successful, or still going after your goals and being successful in these areas, because that's what they're jealous of, right? It's going to add to their mental anguish and could lead to a breakdown. They could get attacked by a dog for some of you. I also feel like I'm hearing that their karma is to see you win and to see you succeed. The fifth house also talks about children as well. So they're going to see your children becoming successful. Because again, they wanted to harden your heart, but they're going to still see that you still lead with the heart. You still shine. You still glow. You're still creative. You're still talented. You're going to be looking amazing. It's part of karma. There's something about the hair. They may dye their hair and it may go wrong. Because there's something about them wanting to stand out, and like I said, they don't have an identity. So I don't know, there's something about the hair. So they may like dye their hair, go to the hairdressers, and it just goes awfully wrong. And here for some of you, they want to look like you. They want to shine like you. If not like look physically like you, they want to shine like you. But what they have to understand, it's not what's on the outer, it's from within. So they were trying to, dim your light because they were jealous of your essence and how you're just free and how you're creative and how you're in touch with your inner child. Maybe how you have a relationship with your child, and they may have tried to break that up or something. Or they were jealous of your mothering skills as well. But they're going to, hear about or witness you and your children and your family still being happy, successful. I'm also picking up, if you weren't in a relationship, they will hear or see that you are, and some of you don't want them to hear or see, you are in a new relationship, you're dating again, you're going out, you're going to the theatre, you're going to cinema, you're enjoying yourself, you've made new friends, because I feel for some of you, sorry YouTube, I feel for some of you that this individual did not want you to have any new friends or have any friends in general, and that's going to be bombarding their head that you've got friends, and they're going to be very angry. This is the type of person that will try and reach out to your friends and cuss your friends out because you're friends with them, because they wanted you for themselves. So for some of you, they're going to find out that you're in a new relationship or that you've got new friends, and it's going to tip them over the edge, like not literally, but like make them just be all up in their head, fixated, obsessed, angry, switching on people leaving their life because they feel like they're mad. Yeah, Knight of Wands. So we've got two knights here. So they will be in a night energy for a very long time. This individual may pick up something if they are intimate with someone. They may pick up something. I feel like some of you, they will still be in the energies of the knight and not evolve to a king. And even if it's a feminine, they're going to be at the same level. They're not going to expand in their career. They may want to travel. They're not going to be able to do that. They're not going to get very far in regards to like their education, because this Knight of Wands is like Sagittarius energy for me. And Sagittarius is rule the ninth house, which talks about spirituality, higher learning, philosophy, travel. So I feel like they may get to a certain level and they can't go beyond that level in regards to their education, in regards to, expanding, going on holidays, going on, expanding the mind. Like their mind's going to be very restrictive, like, which won't allow them certain opportunities. And that's one of the reasons why they were jealous of you, because they felt that you had a mind that allowed you to experience different opportunities because of the way you think, because of your intelligence, because of your talents. And they're never going to attain these. I mean, never say never, but we've got the knight here, anything can change. But for the near future, they're not going as far as they would like to go, because it's almost as if for some of you, they may try and be in a race with you to try and beat you at being you, and try and come after the goals that you set for yourself, and they're going to be met with a lot of backlash. They could also interact with someone and they pick something up from this person that they interact with, or they date someone and the person that they're dating is a cheat. Yeah, That could be with the Knight of Wands. They could end up dating someone that is in and out, may only want them for the physical, and they will be chasing this individual, and this person will not want to have anything serious with them and may only use them for the physical. Also feel with the Knight of Wands, this individual, they're going to lose energy. There's something about them losing energy. They're going to be chasing after the wrong people and the wrong things. It's going to lead them to dead ends, reckless behavior. They're going to get into a cycle of reckless behavior, extravagant behavior. That's going to lead them feeling drained. Yeah, Six of Swords. Going to need healing as well. So they're going to end up in a cycle, a very toxic cycle, where they're going to be chasing the fast life. And this could be, you know, drinking, drugs, and all the rest of it to escape, right? Chasing after friends that are toxic, not, and that's why it ties in with them not expanding, in regards to 41 minutes already, in regards to, this is going to be a long one, in regards to evolving, their evolution. It's not going to work, and it's going to force them into healing that they're not going to want to do, and they're going to be caught up in that cycle, like not wanting to heal, so then indulge in some more, chasing the wrong people, getting into physical relationships with people that don't want them, that just wants them for their body and nothing else, and it's going to lead them to just going in a toxic cycle. And it's going to be trying to teach them to heal, it's going to be directing them, this cycle will be directing them to heal, but they're not going to be getting the assignment, so they're going to stay in that loop and then just feel depleted, drained, and tired, and forced to heal. Seven of Swords. What is their karma? Yeah, they're going to be met with a lot of deceitful people that are not really their friends, people that are untrustworthy, people that may steal from them. So they may have a friend that steals from them. They're going to have a friend that steals from them. Their friend, or whoever they pick up, is going to steal their peace. They're going to be in a cycle of living in the fast life. But they're going to be met with deceitful people, a deceitful partner that they feel is going to be the be all and end all, is what I'm hearing. And this person's going to steal from them. If this person's into overindulging, this person may steal their vices. But I feel more so, this person's going to steal their peace. If they stole your peace, this person's going to steal their peace. This person's going to be a trickster. Whoever they end up with is going to be a trickster. They're going to cheat on them. Possibly give them something. They're going to lack real friendships. Their friends are going to leave them as well. And they're going to be forced into healing, which they're going to resist. We've got the Queen of Swords. You're going to cut them off. People will cut them off as well, not just you. So other people will cut them off. They may have to see a psychologist for some of you, or a psychiatrist. Yeah, they may have to see a psychiatrist because their behavior is going to be so reckless. Their behavior is going to be so reckless that they may be forced to see a psychiatrist about their mental health. Yeah, and we've got the King and the Queen of Swords here. For some of you, this person's going to get sectioned. They're going to get sectioned. Oh, I'm here. April season. But yeah, this person may get sectioned. King of Swords. Yeah, I just picking up Gemini energy for the King of Swords. I know you can be a Libra or Aquarius, but I just picked up heavy Gemini energy. Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury. Mercury rules the mind, how you think, how you communicate. And the mind is not going to be, the mind's going to be fragile. They are going to end up getting sectioned for some of you, for their own safety. People will turn their back on this person. For some of you, if this person is married, I doubt it for a lot of you with this one, but they're going to be in a loveless relationship, or their parents hate them is what I'm picking up. Their parents don't like them. Their parents are going to be very stone cold towards them, and they're going to ice them out. Yeah, their parents don't like them. This person could be a Gemini, a Aquarius, a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South, or Lilith, or Libra. North, South Node, Lilith, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, or Venus. Yeah, their parents are gonna ice them out, cut them off, and if their parents don't cut them off, and if their parents cut them off, it's because of their scandalous ways, their erratic ways. But if their parents don't cut them off, when they're in the presence of their parents are going to be very emotionally detached from them. People in general will be emotionally detached from them. They won't have real, true emotional connections. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Their money's going to be blocked. So if they are working, they're going to be working for pittance, or the manager won't pay them as much, or they're going to, if they're not working, or they're going to struggle to find a job. Hours are going to get cut. You know, if they're working, their boss don't like them, or their boss is really horrible to them, or really mean to them, or that's what's to come. They're going to have a very cold and ruthless boss that may actually sack them or cut their hours, but their boss don't like them. And that will affect their finances. And that's also going to affect them from expanding, because they want to save, they want to go abroad and stuff like this. But they will not be able to, because their hours are going to be cut, or they're going to be struggling to find a job. So that's going to restrict them from expanding, in regards to traveling, in regards to maybe investing in higher learning, and maybe just saving in general, because I feel like this person is very fixated and focused on money. But money's going to be blocked from this individual. Hours could get cut, or they could lose their job. The Wheel of Fortune, they will not be expanding in their career and at work, because they got someone there that don't like them. We've got the Ten of Swords. Yeah, their job, they could lose their job. They're going to lose their job. They could lose their job in October, in Libra season. Or they could get betrayed. You know, there's something about their job, getting betrayed at a job, being blocked at their job, being blocked by a manager that they felt like them, but the manager doesn't like them. So they're going to be getting betrayed, or they could possibly lose their job. Their hours are going to get cut as well. Yeah, we got Page of Pentacles here. What's their karma? They're not going to, if they have got a job, they're not advancing. They're going to stay in the same position that they're in now. They're not going to, say, go to a higher position like a supervisor, and then, like, you know, they're going to stay on the same pay. They're going to be working for peanuts, basically. And even if they're still in a job, they're going to feel like they're not advancing. They're in the same position. There's no growth. There's going to be no growth here, I feel. And they're going to feel very unhappy in their job, especially knowing that the boss doesn't really like them as well. So that's a very tense energy to work in. They're going to be stuck in a role that is dead end. So say they have got a job, right? They're going to be stuck in a role that they hate, but they need to stay because of the money. Hate their job. And they're not going to advance in their job because the manager clearly doesn't want them to, and they won't be able to. So they'll feel like they're stuck in a rut. Like if they leave, they ain't got no money. If they stay, the atmosphere's tense and they're working for peanuts, basically. They're going to be in spiritual jail with the hanged man. They're going to be in spiritual jail. They're going to feel trapped and stuck in their situation, in their job, and it's going to lead to more unhappiness. And that's one of the reasons why they try to project outwardly onto you, because of their unhappiness, and they felt like you were happy and free, mentally free, and their job is going to make them unhappy some more. Their job is going to depress them, and they're going to feel as if they're unable to move forward, they're unable to expand. This is a Virgo Pisces access. Yeah. You know, Virgos rule the 6th house, which talks about being of service to self and others. Yeah, so even if they try to be nice to people at work, people don't like them at work. People don't like them at work. They're going to be met with frost, coldness, and blockages. Even if people do talk to them, there's going to be like a distance there. People won't really want to be close to this person because they'll just feel like their energy's off. So they're going to overextend themselves as well. So if this person is like a workaholic, they're going to overwork but be working for peanuts, you know. They're going to be hidden as well. So again, they're going to be overlooked at work. So roles may go to other people may get more hours than this person does. They're going to be overlooked at work, feeling overshadowed. Yeah, Temperance card, emotionally unbalanced. Seeing that you're emotionally at peace, and this is what they were trying to chase, this is what they were trying to disrupt. Being exposed as a racist as well, which will make people not want to be around them. Being exposed for a prejudiced person. They're going to be exposed for their manipulation too, and how they try to stir the pot behind the scenes. Your spirit guides are going to pay this person a visit for some of you and affect them emotionally. So they're going to get haunted by your guides. King of Pentacles. Devaluing themselves. And even if they do come into money, they're going to spend it all off. Yeah, this person will end up spending all their money on alcohol. So even if they do, you know, stay in a job that is low paying and they save or whatever, it's going to go on alcohol, and this is going to lead them to not being able to expand in what they want to do. But their expansion was based off trying to come up against you. It was based off trying to compete with you. It was based off trying to copy your blueprint, trying to be you better than you. So that's why they're going to be met with major pitfalls. That's why they're going to be met with being blocked and stuck, because they weren't trying to invest in themselves to evolve because they wanted to. You know, it's not like they had like any clear, concise goals that they wanted to go after. They were trying to go after your goals before you, to be better than you, and even though they weren't interested in these goals. And that's why what's going to happen is the money that they do make, the little money that they do make, because they're going to be working their asses off here for pittance, right? they're going to end up spending it on alcohol, and there's nothing wrong if people do that, but they're going to end up overindulging, right? They're going to end up, you know, feeling so stressed to the point where they're just going to keep buying the alcohol because they hate their situation, which is going to lead them from moving away from the competition that they had with trying to come up against you to try and beat you at the plans that you have for yourself that you may have told them about, or that they know that you're going after, and that's what's going to keep them stuck in a cycle of hell. Okay, so let's take a look some more. These are my channel messages of what's their karma. So, okay, look, it ties in. I didn't even see that. Struggle to meet ends meet and be in the same position you were in before you turn your financial situation around. Will want your help and will beg for your support. There you go. There you go. So they're going to struggle to make ends meet. This is what I picked up here. Look here now. So this person, for some of you, may have been in a situation whereby they were in a better financial situation than you. And they were still trying to compete with you. And they were fearful of your glow. They were fearful of your star. You know, they were fearful of you rising, right? And one of the reasons why they came up against you was because they're very materialistic anyway, but they were feeling to themselves, okay, if my partner number one makes it, they're going to live this type of life. They're going to have access to this type of money. So they will be able to travel, or whatever the case they're thinking in their head, right? But they're still going to be in the same position where you left them. So even if you were both on the same position or you were making less than them, you're going to evolve, and they're going to be left behind and still struggling. And they're going to try and come out of the woodwork and try and ask you for help, financial support. And they could have been in a position to help you, but they chose to maybe gloat or watch you struggle. Let's see. We've got their love life will crumble while yours will go from strength to strength. See, it's in the reverse. So for some of you, this may have happened already for them. And that word strength. So that this person could be a Leo. Or it's in the reverse also because for some of you, this person, their main focus is on money. So they're not really interested in a relationship. And for some of you, this has happened to them already, or it's happening. Yeah, this has happened to them already, or it's happening to them now. Or for some of you, their focus is not on a relationship, it's on money. So it's going to hit them in the pockets more. But for others of you, they're going to try and resist this. Because they're going to be in a connection with someone that only wants them for sexual reasons, right? And they're going to try and resist this from happening and try and force it into something that it won't be, which is a relationship. We've got their business is going to close down. They're going to be reported or blacklisted, be under investigation, be blocked from progressing with any business ventures in the same area of work. No one wanting to collaborate with them, being seen as a joke. So this person's going to be the jester leading the fucking clowns at the circus. This is what this person's going to be, right? If they were trying to open up a business, it's going to flop. It's what I'm picking up. They're going to be reported and blacklisted as well, and be under investigation. So this person, they may try and open up some sort of business. Is what I'm picking up, because they're into making quick money, but they may succeed in opening up the business, but they're going to be investigated because they haven't got insurance. They won't have insurance. They will not have. There's a lot of checks, and whoever uses their business is going to report them, and they're going to find out that they haven't got the credentials to be running this business, whatever this business is. It's something, I don't know, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy. This person could be a Sag. Import and export. There's something about import and export. Markets. There's something here. I don't know, but they're going to try and do something illegally. And they're going to get reported. They're going to get caught as well. Nails. They might try and do nails. There's something about maybe DVDs. Earphones. I don't know. But I just feel like whatever they're doing, they're going to get reported for it. They will have a mental breakdown. Remember I mentioned that. They will have a mental breakdown and they will get sectioned. I did not. I shuffled these cards separately from these cards. And I picked up with these cards that this person's going to have a breakdown. And it hasn't got anything to do with you because their fixation is on other people. They may have had mental health issues before they even encountered you without your knowledge, right? But being around you and being around your light triggered this person. But maybe you were, well, not maybe, I feel like you were brought into this person's life to show them, sorry, it's my cousin, to show them how it looks like to not allow the hardships of the past to take over your life. You were there as a healing energy for this person, and I'm sure when they came into your life you found healing with their presence too, but they succumbed to the darkness. Unfortunately, they allowed the darkness to take over, you know, because I'm hearing for some of you, we could have won together. We could have won together, and you wanted the best for this individual. You know, you didn't know that this person would turn on you like this, but this person, unfortunately, they're mental breakdown and they will be sectioned. Their fixation on trying to destroy you will come to a head, which will lead to their demise. And this is what I was saying before, you know, seeing that you're glowing and shining, and seeing that you're successful, that's going to trigger this thing even more, because they tried to come up against you, feeling like they were more powerful than God, you know, trying to destiny swap and trying to dictate the outcome of your life. And it's already written for you, you know, your success, your abundance, your achievements are already written for you. You just have to stay on the right path and go towards your goals. But they tried to throw a spanner in the works here, which is going to ricochet right back, and it's going to backfire. And they have not got the skills or the tools to deal with the backfire that's coming for them. They're not equipped to deal with the backfire that's coming to them, because they're going straight into the madhouse. That's where they're going. Yeah, that's where they're going. Because your success is going to trigger them so much, and the realization that their plans have failed, everything they tried to snatch from you, or if they did succeed somewhat, is going to be returned. And it's going to highlight to them, in their view, that you have won because they were in a one-sided competition with you. And this person doesn't like to lose. No one likes to lose, but they were competing with you for no reason when you wanted the both of you to win, or you're just simply living your life feeling like they're living their life as well. Because most of the things they said to you, part number one, they were lying. They were trying to be on the same level as you. So some of the things they were saying, when you thought you were talking about the goals that you wanted to achieve and what you're going to do and where you and your partner are going to go and what you and the kids are going to do and how you and your mum get on, they were pretending that they had that same connection with these people too in their life. But they were lying. And like I said, I don't feel like it's entirely your situation that's going to lead to this. I feel like this is going to be a long time coming, and it's going to happen for this person. Because I don't feel like you're the only person. And the reason why it's going to happen is one of their friends, their so-called friends, is going to trigger something, or they're going to see this person's like, not really, because they're going to be snapping at their friends, switching on their friends, could try and fight their friends or something. And that's when it's going to come to a head, and people are going to feel as if this person's a mad woman or a madman, and they're going to get sectioned because they're going to try and endanger one of their friends. Block opportunities in their area of work. What did I say? Seeing others gain career opportunities that they wanted, always being overlooked, no one wanting to work with them. Oh my days. The card's tied in. So they're going to be overlooked at work. Other people are going to be making more money than them. They're going to get their hours cut. They're going to get block opportunities. They're not going to advance. We also got meet people who want them for their money or want to be taken care of financially. So they're going to, this is in the reverse. So I feel like it's happening now or it's already happened, right? A partner may use them for sex only and still leave them. The cards don't lie. Card number 1. This person is going into a cycle of destitute, mental turmoil, mental prison, and a madhouse. So let's see what your blessings are going to be and what's your advice. What's your blessings? Okay, so let's see. Part number 1, we've got your life purpose. This is what this person was trying to snatch. Okay. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. So your job is to focus on bringing joy to yourself. Focus on being the best version of you. Focus on pouring into you. Staying in your own lane, which this person didn't want to do, right? You're a very wise person, pile number 1. You're full of wisdom and peace. And this individual tried to disrupt your peace. They were a devil sent to you, yo. They were fucking devil, yeah? And your spirit guides are dealing with them, or they're going to deal with them. Because your guides and their guides aligned you both for a purpose. And they didn't want to play their position. They tried to destroy the person that was sent to help them. Who does that? Who does that? You know? So whatever demon they got running on their fucking back is going to send them straight to the fucking madhouse. Yeah? This person's a straight up and down jester. They're a straight up and down fucking clown. And they can join the rest of the fucking clowns in a nut house. And that's exactly where they're going to go. Whilst juggling the balls like the jester that they are. Okay? So don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose. And then your purpose will serve you. So continue on your path. Continue on your path of pouring into yourself, of becoming the best version of yourself. Use this person as an example of what it looked like not to heal. Right? Focus on your goals. Pour into your goals. You're a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. And I feel like on your quest, on your path to attaining what you want to attain, you've been met with many people like this person, unfortunately. And it may make you feel like, can I meet anyone that's real, that's honest and true? Can I ever meet real friends? Yes, you can. Connect with people that are a vibrational match or someone that you admire and you look up to. You know, someone that's in the position that you want to be in. I'm not saying give fan behavior, but it's best to surround yourself with people who are like-minded. This person is not like-minded, but you weren't to know, because I feel like this person's a shapeshifter. They pretended to be, you know, supportive. They pretended a lot of things. In the meanwhile, trying to destroy you. Okay, so what's your advice? Ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float havenward, your attention and work are needed upon this earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy fulfilling an earthly life. So you are needing to spend more time in nature. Maybe buy yourself some flowers. I'm hearing Miley Cyrus, I can buy myself flowers. This person may be a Sagittarius, or you could be a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith, or a Sagittarius could be of importance to you. I feel like, yeah, your urge to spend more time in nature, ground yourself, surround yourself with flowers, buy yourself flowers, and meditate as well is what I'm picking up. Like, release your stresses, go for walks as well. That will be very beneficial for you. Be honest with yourself, look into your heart, and you will know the truth of the situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, or we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. So you're guided to take good care of yourself, to heal from this actual situation. Yes, it must be extremely painful and disheartening and disappointing to experience something like this, you know. But just remember that not everyone behaves this way. And if you do have a friend or any other friends that you have, right, and they start showing you little signs, listen to the signs. You know, sometimes we don't want to face what we can feel, what we can sense, what we can see, but you know, it will save more. It will save us a lot of unnecessary stress if we pay attention to the signs, you know. And unfortunately, we can't save everyone. And that's something that I'm learning as well. Okay. We can't save everyone. Some people choose to go to the dark side, and we just got to let them do what they want to do. One of my sisters said to me once, people are going to do what they do. And unfortunately, in this situation, this person's going to do what they're going to do, you know, or they did what they wanted to do. They had a choice. And you need to have a choice to save you, to heal you, you know, journal your thoughts, ground yourself, walk in nature, talk to a trusted friend, family member, you know, alchemize what this person's done to you, turn your pain into purpose, keep going after your goals, you know. You got one less stress in your life, which is this person now. And now the pathway is clear because this person was blocking you and blocking your blessings. So focus upon your true desires and they'll come to you upon angel wings. And just keep your eye on the prize, pile number one, because you're destined for big things. And this person was just a little hiccup along the way. But don't allow this person or people like this to stop your flow. I'll speak to you soon, pile number one. Please like, share and subscribe. Absolute pleasure bringing you that message. Please take care of you. Keep shining, keep glowing wherever you go, because you sparkle and you shine, and you're going to continue to do so, okay? Don't dim your light for anyone. I'll speak to you soon. If you want to stay for part number 2, feel free, because we're going to head on right over to what's the karma for your work colleagues or your work colleague. Okie dokie. All right. Thank you for joining for part number 2. We're going to take a look at what's the karma for your work colleagues or work colleague. Let's see. What did this person do? All right. So we got the King of Cups. You or this person could be a Pisces, Cancer. No, this is my Pisces card. We've got the Lover's card. Got to hide him or her. I'll just put all the cards out first and then I'll say the signs. Oh, we've got too much. All right. Oh, okay. Star card, Queen of Pentacles. All right. 2, 3, 5. All right, yeah. Okay. All right, so you or this person, all these people, please take what resonates. Could be of the signs Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Libra, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith. So what does this person do? What do these people do? All right, so this is a community, right, with the star card right there. So this person, all these people, they were very threatened by your popularity, your shine, your glow, right? Very threatened by it. They were threatened that you were chosen over them in their view. Maybe this individual had a crush on someone at work and the crush liked you. Maybe I feel for some of you, you were more popular. You were seen and viewed as more popular than this individual at work. Ace of Swords is my Libra card. Libra, 7th house, which talks about work connections and romantic connections. So this does have something to do with a romance at work. And this could also tie in with being friends with people at work. You know, some sort of connections here. A romantic connections, a friendship connections. How you got on with others was very threatening to this person. And this person felt like they were a shadow in your presence. They wanted you to go away. They wanted to put an end to, they wanted you to lose your job as well. They tried to make you lose your job. I don't know how, yeah, they tried to make you lose your job. So, or they could still be doing that. So you got to be careful, right? Death card is Scorpio energy, which talks about rebirth, talks about transformation, smegs, money owed to you, money gained. So they tried to maybe cut your hours, or they definitely tried to make you lose a job. They definitely tried to make you lose connections, a romantic connection as well. They tried to manipulate someone to stay away from you. They tried to put an end to your job, to your connections, to your relationship. Some of you could be dating someone at the workplace, or there is a romance brewing. I also feel with the King of Cups and the Lovers card, this is Pisces and Gemini energy. This is squaring each other. They wanted to cause friction in a love connection. So they wanted to throw a spanner in the works before something blossomed between yourself and another person, because they want to be chosen over you. This person downplayed your position. Maybe they were on more money than you. They felt like they should be seen. They felt like they should be popular with the Sun card. They were in competition with you over popularity. Who's more popular? Who's more adored? Who makes more money? You know, that you could be in sales or something. Some of you could work on the computers or something, but even if you don't, there's something about this person wanting to be seen in a better light than you because they make more money than you, or they can make more money than you, or something like that. And they wanted to be, they felt like they were the main character, but you are the main character with a star card. And they felt very threatened by it. And they wanted to isolate you. They wanted separation here. There's something about your background. There's something about your religion. They wanted to isolate you. They looked down upon you because of your background, because of how much money you make. They wanted to be chosen. They tried to be a third party in a situation, or they tried to deter someone from having feelings for you. So this is mainly because of popularity and someone having romantic feelings for you. What do they do? Okay, we've got Queen of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they wanted someone to leave you out in the cold. They tried to manipulate someone to turn their back onto you, because they were jealous of your beauty and your popularity. This is where popularity, your star quality, your charisma, your beauty. But it's more than your outer beauty. It's your inner light. They were jealous of your light, how bright you are. Yeah, very dull in comparison. So they tried to make you feel undeserving, unworthy, unloved. They wanted you to feel left out. Yeah, it's the cold energy. They tried to leave you out. They wanted you to feel emotionally abandoned. They wanted people to turn their back on you. They were spying on you in the workplace, possibly gossiping about you. But I feel like they're very discreet with their jealousy towards you. They were keeping an eye on you to make sure that their plots and plans have succeeded. They wanted someone to leave you out. They wanted someone to reject you. They wanted someone to stop having romantic feelings for you, even though you were an energetic match to this person, all these people. So they wanted to isolate you from a friend circle and isolate you from someone that has romantic feelings for you. Or if you're in a relationship, they want to break you up from this relationship. The world, yeah. They wanted to cause endings for you. She's covered up anyway. They wanted to cause endings for you. They wanted to cycle you out of the job as well. They wanted you to be... Every time I see the world card, I tap into all four elements, right? So this is Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius. So they wanted you to hide yourself, to dim your light, Leo energy. They wanted you to lose your job, Scorpionic energy, which rules death, tax, rebirth, money gain, money owned. They wanted you to not be seen as very attractive, right? They wanted you to go away, like go. You're too bright, you're too theatrical, you're too sexy. They were jealous of, yeah, because we've got the star card here. She ain't got no clothes on. They find you very sexy. And they couldn't stand it because they knew that a lot of people in the workplace are very attracted to you as well. And it's not just your body, even though your body's sexy and you're banging and, you're hottie. It's more than that. It's your energy. Because you cover up. See, I said she's covered up. You cover up. But your energy still exudes, you know? You're juicy. Your energy still exudes. It's very bouncy. It's love. It's playful. You got like a generous energy. You're original, you're quirky, you're unique, you're popular, you're friendly, Aquarius energy. Charming. I'm hearing exquisite. Something exquisite about you. What's exquisite? Your face. Your face is exquisite. You got a very alluring sexual energy is what this person or these people feel. But you're very stable and grounding and humble. So you're a lot of things mixed in one, which irritates this person. So this person, they tried to, they were spying on you to see if this breakup situation, let's see. Yeah, they wanted you to be trapped in your head. So they wanted you to feel unloved, undeserving. They wanted you to hide yourself. They wanted you to minimize yourself as well. They wanted you to feel like no one liked you, no one found you attractive, because they felt like you're taking away their friends, or they felt like they should be the star of the show here, is what I'm picking up. And they felt like you stole the limelight, you stole the spotlight. And it wasn't fair, because they feel trapped in their head whenever they see you. And they want you to not be seen. This is the type of person that doesn't talk to you when you're around. They try to ignore you to make you feel insignificant, because they're trying to project how they feel when they are around you, because they see the way people behave around you. So they want you to feel that way. So they'll just ignore you, act like you're not there. And it's not true. They're trying to push how they feel to you, because they're insecure about you, because you're everything that they would never be. So they pretend to not see you. And because they pretend to not see you, they try to convince others to not see you too. Page of Wands. What do they try and do? Minimize you. Yeah. This is Aries energy. Aries are the first sign in the zodiac, wanting to be seen. So this person wanted to be seen. They were trying to compete with you subtly. For some of you, overtly, because Aries is a very determined sign, and they were trying to compete with you. They're trying to outdo you energetically, to say, I can work harder than him. I'm more stronger than her, or I'm more stronger. It was a one-sided beef. They tried to outwork you. They tried to outdo you. They tried to see who's got more stamina, who's got more staying power. They tried to minimize you, downplay you, beat you at how much work you can both do, try to outwork you and try to outsmart you, and fucking fail miserably in it. But let's just see. What is their karma? What is their karma? Oh God, this person is a joke. Okay, so I ended it on the note of they tried to outdo you with work, right? So let's just see how that panned out. So they try to do that to you. Look now. We have got the Devil card. So they want to try and outdo you at work. What's going to happen to this individual for their karma is they're going to be overworked to the point where they are drained. The boss is going to overwork them, because they're going to be looking like, oh, so you want to take on more work, yeah? All right. The boss is going to give them work that they hate. They're going to feel trapped in their job. They hate their job, actually. But they find excitement in, the friends that they have there. Maybe outside of work, their life is boring or something. But they may have a secret crush on someone, or it's not such a secret, but this person likes you. And this is why this person or these people have tried to come up against you. For some of you, it's about a secret crush or someone that they like. That's not a secret. For others of you, it's about popularity. It's about popularity. Very high school. But I feel like they're going to feel trapped and restricted in a job, in this job that they don't like. They could be in a position of power. They could be in a leadership position. They could be a boss or whatever the case is. And they hate it. They hate it. Right? Let me see. I've got to channel this. Yeah, they're going to stay obsessed with someone that doesn't want them. And they're going to overwork. There's something about obsession. They're going to be bounded to the job, a slave to the job. They're going to be a slave to money. A slave. This person's a slave to money. This person's a slave to titles. And they have to work hard. And there's nothing wrong with working hard, but this is like working to the point where you're drained because you're a slave to the money and a slave to the title, to the point where you're tiring your body out just so you can show people and save face. So drain their body out, wearing themselves down, to come up against you, to try and outwork you, to see who's got more stamina, who's got more staying power, but being obsessed with the job and hating the job at the same time. So being trapped and bounded in a cycle that they hate, but because of their love for money and title and prestige, they're going to stay in it. And because of them wanting to outdo you, outwork you, out money you, whatever the case is, they're going to stay trapped in it. And they're going to be in their own personal hell. Because this is the devil card. And where does the devil live? Right. So who they should really be competing with is with themselves, not with you. Because you're not going to be in this hell. Because you're not chasing after titles and prestige and money. Because this is the type of person that will overwork, but they don't even get to enjoy their money. How does that make sense? They're overworking to compete and come up against you to try and outdo you. They may make more money than you, and they may be looking down on you and wanting people to look down on you as well because of your role, because you're not making as much money as them. But look what you're doing to get this money. Meanwhile, you're still steady glowing. Look, the Fool card, look, happy-go-lucky, bouncing around, and they're just, I need to get money, and it's restricted, trapped, trapped within themselves, confined, obsessed with the job, but hates the job. What type of life is that? Their karma is to see you making even more connections, being free-flowing, being jovial, being happy, being at peace, having different friends from different, groups in the workplace, having a social life. This person hasn't got a social life outside of work. Work is their life, and they hate their job as well. So that's not a good place to be in. You are going to have other connections, and the connections that they try to restrict from you, if they succeeded, you'll just hop along and just make other new connections. So people always will gravitate towards you. People are always going to want to, converse with you. And, this is the Fool card. It's a very detached energy. And you could be in that energy. You could be a very detached person, or you could be a person that doesn't just like to stay in one group, or just say, okay, this is my friends. And, you float around. You talk to everyone. You like your own company. And that indicates that their plan didn't work, because you can... If they did succeed with whatever they did, you still got other people that you can talk to, and you've got a social life. So they won't have a social life, and they will feel detached from their connections as well. How about that? They work so hard and diligently to try and, ice you out of situations, and they're going to feel iced out. They're not going to get that true emotional connection that they crave, that they yearn for, because they're too obsessed with the fucking job, and also they lack social skills. So make fucking sense. So what they should have really been doing is focusing on themselves and not trying to fixate and come up against you. and try to destroy and tear down and manipulate and turn people against you, because they're basically projecting everything they hate about their life and their situation, how they can't make real connections onto you, because you can make real heartfelt connections. You are able to connect with people on a mind, body, soul level, and they just don't understand how you do it, because they can't do it. Queen of Wands, still seeing you glowing and shining and being that girl or that guy or on this card, because they wanted you to feel less than. They wanted people to turn their back on you. They wanted you to feel unattractive, but you're very spiritual, you know. You clocked from a mile off that this person was coming up against you or hated on you, or, you know, that you felt an energy, but you're going to be turning your back to this person. Some of you, I'm saying, act as if this person does not exist in your reality. You know, they try to act like you don't exist. They try to ignore you. For some of you, I'm just seeing in my mind's eye, I don't know if people have canteens in their workplace, but someone like trying to whisper about you or something like that when you come in the room, or, you know, going quiet, looking the other way. And they may be very influential in the workplace, right? So if they do something, maybe other people unknowingly, subconsciously follow suit. So if they ignored you, other people may have ignored you because they may have thought, oh, I don't want to get this person angry. Or if that person doesn't like them, then I shouldn't like them. They may have had that influence over people, right? But that was designed to make you tame yourself down, to make you dim your light, because they were threatened by your beauty, your essence. They wanted you to hide yourself. They wanted you to second guess yourself. They wanted you to feel like, there's something wrong with me. Like, why is everyone moving away? That's what they wanted. So what you need to continue to do, or if you haven't done it already, is still stand up and show up and walk with your head held high. Do not put your head down. I remember growing up with my Jamaican grandmother, right? I grew up with my Jamaican grandparents, right? Tell me about it. That's another story. But I remember my grandma, she prepped me and my sisters to be like ladies. Trust me, this was the most raggo, rough woman behind closed doors. But at church, she was ever so elegant, ever so poised and graceful. She was a Leo like me, same birthday as me, by the way. And she taught us how to be ladies, right? How to walk in heels. I hate high heels. I like to wear flat trainers, right? And flats. But she taught us how to wear high heels. She taught us how to hold a bag. She taught us how to walk and how to hold our head up high. She used to always say, I'm not going to say it in her accent because I'm tired, but she was like, why is your head held, why have you got your head down? What's wrong with you? Put your head up high like you got somewhere to go, right? That's what you need to do when you step up in the workplace. Do not put your head down. This is what this person wants for you. Walk with your head held high. You deserve to be in that environment just as much as that person does. And by the way, they shouldn't even be in that environment because they hate their fucking job, right? You may not like your job. You may not think your job's great, but you're not going in there to cause drama. Clearly, this person has not grown out of high school, right? And I feel like you trigger this individual. I feel as if you remind them of someone that triggered them when they were at high school. Maybe you were, maybe you are the embodiment of that hot girl or hot guy that got all the girls, that got all the attention at high school, right? But maybe at high school you weren't the popular one. But in their view, you're triggering something in them. So in this life, if they're in a position of power, they have to try and, relive their youth. And now they're in a position of power. Now, in their view, they're the hot girl or hot guy because of their title, because of the money that they make. And now you are who they were. So they're going to punish you for making them feel some type of way when they were younger. That's what they're basically trying to do, right? Because this person doesn't know anything about therapy. This person doesn't know anything about shadow work. And this person refuses to heal. So because of that, in their view, you have to pay for looking good and being great. No, it doesn't work like that. So what you need to do is you need to continue to be the bad chick or the bad guy that you are. When I say the bad chick and the bad guy, the baddie, right? The baddie meaning continue looking great. Continue walking with confidence. Continue pouring into yourself, right? Don't let yourself go because this chick has or this guy has, because they're going to be worn out emotionally and physically because of the job. That's another karma that they're going to get. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with graying hair, but this person's hair is going to go white because of their obsession with the money and not making time to enjoy life outside of the job, not making time to, and that's why you stay free flowing. That's why you stay happy. That's why you stay positive, creative. You know, don't allow the job to take over your life. And that's why this person's fixated on you, thinking, how come they're not as stressed like me? Because you're not mad. You understand that in life there needs to be a balance, or you'll end up like them. And then fixating on things that are not of importance, which they are doing, which is you. Because you are the sun, you bring in the light, you bring in the positivity. You are in this environment to teach this person, this is how it looks to, you know, be happy with yourself. This is how it looks to actually have a life outside of work. Because if I didn't have a life outside of work, I will end up looking like you, fam. And I will end up being like you, a bitter bitch. So look at me as an example of what it looks like to heal and to have a life outside of work. Get the assignment or be gone. You know, this is what the Queen of Wands energy is saying. So you have to continue to be an example of what it looks like to not downplay yourself like this person has done, and to allow this person to understand that they are not God in your life and they're not going to destroy you. And they're not going to make you feel less than, because they've been trying to do that for months or years for some of you. And you're going to show them by being in your power, by you staying in your power is part of their karma. You're going to show them that you have no power over me. And what you need to do if they still try and come up against you in this energy is shift your focus onto the things that you love in your life, that you look forward to doing in your life. See how the Queen of Wands got a head turn like that? Like, I know what you're doing, clown. You fucking jester. You're going to juggle them fucking balls. Go right back to the fucking circus where you belong. Right? Head's turned the other way because she's focused on what she can control and things that do actually make her happy. And that's what you need to do. It's easier said than done. But you need to shift your focus in those moments when you can feel the chaos and conflict and madness and the snidey comments or the glances or whatever, when they're trying to throw shade at you. You shift your focus. Okay, so when I go home now, I need to make sure that I focus on my creativities. Or what creativities do I need to do? Okay, I need to fix up on this. Okay, I need to go to the gym after. Okay, I'm going to do my crocheting. I'm going to do my knitting. I'm going to do my gym. Whatever it is, I'm going to do my dancing class. Shift your focus onto things that you enjoy. Oh my God, I love spending time with my sisters. I love spending time with my partner. I really enjoy going to the theatre. And if you haven't got that to look forward to, you focus on doing that. Okay, I'm going to go to the theatre. It's about shifting timelines. And I know it's easier said than done, but focus on things that do make you happy, that make you feel good. Especially when you feel the shade coming, that's you boomeranging back the energy back to that person by you raising your vibrations. Because the more you raise your vibrations, whatever they're trying to throw at you, it's not going to hit. It's going to be returned. Yeah, this person's going to feel isolated, or they may actually be isolated. Nine of Pentacles. They try to be a third party in a situation. In a friendship group, try to ice you out, try to make you lose your job. And also they try to get involved in a romantic connection. They wanted you to be single. They may have succeeded somewhat, but they wanted to isolate you. They're going to feel isolated. And if they were trying to be a third party, or if they did succeed somewhat, the person who they did this to is going to move away from them. Okay, they're going to see that someone that they've been trying to get away from you. This person could be, this is a friend. This could be someone that they look up to. This could be someone that they fancy, right? They're going to see that this person moves towards you, which they didn't want to happen. Or continue to move towards you. And they're going to be on the outside looking in, feeling like their plans have failed. Yeah, look, we've got the Knight of Cups. There's someone that they may have romantic feelings for that doesn't want them. And they're going to see that this person is going to be moving towards you. So whatever plot and plans that they had in the past, it's, you know, it's not gonna work in this new timeline. It's outdated. This could have something to do with the Pisces, is it new moon or something? So if you've been manifesting for this person to move away from you, then it's going to work, you know, because I feel like this individual, part of their karma is to see that, you know, it's not going to be said, but it's going to be in energy that whoever they was trying to get away from you is going to be moving towards you. And they're going to suspect that this person actually has romantic feelings for you and could possibly be falling in love with you. And they're going to have to just, it's like they're going to be energetically restricted from trying to intervene even more. Because they wanted you to feel isolated with the Nine of Pentacles. And even if they succeeded, you were still building. You probably would like, you know what, cool, do what you're doing, innit? Like, okay, whatever, innit? I'm still going to love on myself and, I'll be my own best friend. Fuck it. Do you know what I mean? So, and this winded this person up even more. And because the thing is, they were actually doing you a favor. So because they were trying to isolate you from others, this person in particular, maybe this person energetically picked up what was happening and it made them want you even more because it made it highlight to this other person that they were trying to move you away from, that this person's that actual bully. This person is going to highlight that they're actual bully, that they were trying to isolate you. So look how they're exposing themselves. This person's going to highlight to others that they were trying to isolate you. And that they were trying to push you out and be a third party and leave you out. And it's going to make people want to gravitate towards you more. See how this person's dumb? All right, so let's move on to this person's karma. Oh, dear. Doesn't pay to be bad mind. Stay in your own lane and leave people alone. And furthermore, leave your high school and kindergarten behavior in the past. Or unpack that with a therapist. Okay, so let's see. What is their karma? Oh, my days. All right, so they're going to see that some of you are going to end up, some of you are in a relationship with someone at work. And it's hidden, it's secret, or it's developing. And this is a big deal. For this person, all these people to try and break this thing up. This is a big deal. But some people are going to leave you alone. But some people won't. There's something about Leo season for some of you, Two of Cups. But I feel like, and I didn't say the signs for this one. Yeah, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn. You or this person could be a Capricorn, Gemini, a Leo, Aquarius, or Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith. So their karma is to see you in a loving relationship with the person they tried to separate you from. That, to me, I feel is going to be the ultimate karma. Because I feel like this individual has romantic feelings for the person that they tried to separate you from. That's why to do it. And they're going to have to admit and come out of the denial that you and this person actually do love each other and this person does choose you. Because they wanted this person to not choose you. This person chooses you. They're going to feel it. They're going to sense it. And they're going to hate it. And they're going to try. But I'm just seeing like their guys saying, leave it now. Leave it. Just let them be. Let them be. And they're going to be trying to wrestle to come between. Look at that. And the guys are like, just leave it. Let them be. Let them be. They're in love. They're in love. Just leave it. So they're going to have to witness this. The love blossoming, continuing, and being with you and another person that they tried to separate from you. Yeah, Six of Cups. Reconnecting with a soulmate. This person's your soulmate. Or the friends at the workplace are your soulmate. And this person's going to have to accept it. And stop trying to play God and disrupt and destroy. Because this individual doesn't like to share. And they feel like you're taking away their friends. And it triggers their high school experience by your mere existence in the workplace. They're seeing that you are loved. They're seeing that, people have romantic feelings for you. Maybe they want people to have romantic feelings for them. But there's someone in particular that they are unfortunately in love with that does not love them. And that person loves you. And maybe you didn't know that. Maybe you just felt like, okay, I like this guy or I like this girl and let's just see what happens. And this person became your number one enemy because of it. They became your number one enemy because of how people take to you, because people see you with a kind, genuine heart. So they're going to see that people still gravitate towards you. People still want to gift to you. Some of you can be getting like a flowers or something like that. Or some of you got flowers. You could go out on a date, or you're going to start dating someone, or you are dating someone that is in love with you. Seeing that you are the empress. Now, this person may have wanted to be like the mother hen in the workplace, or the person that everyone looked up to. And that role's going to be stripped, because people are going to start seeing this person as very manipulative, very mean-spirited, very gossipy, and a bully. This person's going to realize that they're seen as a sister, an older sister for some of you, or a mother figure. They're not going to be seen, this person wanted to be seen in the same light as you, like someone that people just see as like a friend that they can confide into, someone that they find attractive. And there's nothing wrong with being seen as a mother figure, right? Because I'm a mum myself, right? But they're going to be seen, when I say like mother figure, I mean like to the point where, because they feel like they get all the attraction and attention because of who they are, right? They feel or felt like they were seen the way you're seen. You could be the same age as this person, but you look younger, or you just got some euphoria about you. Like, you don't carry yourself like this person, right? And you could be the same age group as them, but this person is seen as a mum, like a mum, right? Whereby there's certain things you're not going to say in front of your mum. There's certain things you'll do with your mum that you won't do with your friends or the person that you love. That's how this person is going to realize that they're viewed as, that they're seen as. And it's going to come as a shock, because they felt like their connection with someone was like a romantic connection, but that person may have viewed them as like a mum or an auntie. Whereas with you, the person views you as like, hottie, like, damn, like, I'll be a fool not to, come on. And this is what's going to wind them up, because they could be thinking, well, we're the same age. How come? But it's their personality, it's their behavior, it's their outlook, it's their whole attitude. They're going to see that you're going to be treated like an empress, whether you're a male or a female, and it's going to affect them mentally. It's going to affect them mentally, seeing how you're treated like the royalty and the queen or king that you are. And they're going to realize, because there's gossip here, they're going to realize that they weren't given the same treatment. There's something here that they're going to find out about, that's going to affect them mentally. And I feel like it's your treatment, the way people treat you, or the love someone has for you, it's going to get back to them. Someone may witness you, like if you're in a relationship at work, let's be careful, but someone may mention something about you and another person being in love, or another person gifting you flowers, or another person treating you in a certain way, and it's going to get back to this person, and it's going to make them feel unstable. If this person's been spying on your social media, they're going to see your pictures, and it's going to affect them even more, because if they have been trying to dig up on you to see something scandalous, they're going to be met with shock and disbelief of how amazing and stunning you look online, and how, like, people really take to you. People, yeah, they're going to be shocked. They're going to be shocked by how you look online. They're going to see your true essence and royalty, because they try to downplay you. They try to downplay you. I feel like this person has been spying on you, and they've been trying to they're definitely trying to look at your your socials, and they're not going to like what they see, because if they were fearful of how you look at work, they're going to want to scream when they see you online, and how you look online, how people interact with you online, and how you're well liked. and loved. For some of you, part of this person's karma is for you and this other person that you're in a relationship with to have children together. And you could actually get married to this person as well. There's marriage here, indication of marriage and children with the Empress card and the Six of Cups. And I feel like for some of you, this person has spiritual gifts and they could foresee somewhat that you and another person would end up in a relationship and possibly have kids or get married. That's why they were trying to separate you and another person. They're going to see that you build on your connections at work. And people just generally enjoy your energy at work. They just generally enjoy it. And they wanted people to look down on you. To their dismay, someone's fallen in love with you. Well, there's many people that are in love with you. But people just genuinely like you. A lot of people see you in a high light. A lot of people see you as the Empress, see you very beautiful, see you as very abundant and creative, and just generally like you being around. And, you know, people like to communicate with you, converse with you. And they, again, will start feeling hidden the same way they wanted to hide you. And be very mentally conflicted about why their schemes and plots and plans didn't work. Let's take a look some more. I've done some channel messages. If it's in the reverse for this reading, that means it's probably happening now. Or, I've been guided to say it's either happening now or it's happened already. We've got, they will witness you being the first one in the family to do the things they did not want you to do or achieve. So this may not be, obviously it's not a family situation, but when you're at work, it does become like a family, I guess. But this is like you being the first one, like maybe being the first one to achieve, I don't know, something at work that they didn't want you to achieve. Maybe more money, maybe an advancement at work, you know, because this is the Empress card. The Empress card, she expands, she creates, right? So seeing you be very creative, you're the first one at work to do something. You know, I feel like you have stamped your mark at work. There's something that you do that is different, that is creative, and you're the first one to do it. So that's why you stand out. They try to block you from opportunities. So they try to block you from opportunities at work, try to kick you out of the job or get you kicked out of the job. But they will see you gain opportunities from your own gifts and talents. Yeah. So this is happening right now. Like you're very talented and skilled at work. And you're the first one to do something. A lot of people talk about the way you do something and they keep hearing it and it annoys them. So they're going to keep hearing some more how you're great at your job. So that's happening now. Okay, let's see. They will keep trying to compete with you and keep failing, finding it impossible to keep up with you or what you will do next. So this person's going to grow very tired. You know, they're not going to take heed in, you know, just leaving things alone. This is some people that you just don't try and compete with. You're uncompetable with, but they just don't get it. Because remember what I said with the devil card, they're just like obsessed with the job and obsessed with trying to destroy you and beat you at all costs. So they're going to still be in that energy of trying to compete with you, but it's going to be like a hamster on a treadmill. They're just going to be tiring themselves out, looking drained and disheveled while you're glowing and shining and thriving. So that's what they're going to try and do. They're doing that to themselves, really, because it's a one-sided competition. Be behind on their rent and bills and lose their home. Oopsie daisy, and I'm not putting it out there, but for some of you that might happen. That's dread though. But will watch you gain victory, success and fame for your talents, while doors will slam shut in their face but open for you. So there's something that they might come across on social media in regards to you, right? And they're going to be shocked. They're going to be shocked because they will not have expected you to be who you are, because you could be one way at work. Some of you could be on social media. That's what it is. Some of you are social media influencers, or some of you are baddies, or you put up amazing pictures on social media. But there's something about your social media. I feel like this person's going to start digging around with the Magician card. That's third house energy. That's the internet. I know the 11th house talks about the internet as well, but I feel like this person's snooping because look how the hat's down, right? This is sneaky energy. They're going to try and sneak to find you on social media. They're going to find something that they are going to be very shocked at, and they're not going to like what they see, which is you looking like the queen or king that you are. And there's something about your following and how you interact with your followers and how you're loved and adored. And I feel like how you present yourself on social media is completely different to how you present yourself at work. And there, I'm in the presence of a celebrity. So they're going to come to some sort of realization that they were or are in the presence of someone that is famous. That's what's happening here, or that's what's going to happen. So they're going to understand who you are. They're going to understand the reason why people are like this with this person is because I witnessed something, because I was snooping around. I witnessed something, and now I get it. Now I get it. I didn't get it before. I did get it before because I knew who this person was. I knew their energy was loud. I knew that they were, you know, they had charisma. They, had a lot of people that gravitated towards them. But I didn't understand why. I understand that they are very attractive, but in their view, I'm attractive too, or I'm popular too. But they're going to dig up and find something, and they're going to see why. And they're going to be like, okay, I get it. But they're still going to want to try and come up against you and compete with you. And it's because of their snooping around, they're going to come across this thing. So they're going to see some sort of victory and success that you're going to gain. And I feel like if they do snoop around and see something on social media, it's going to make them want to compete with you more, though. And they may try and do the most, but there's some sort of opportunity that you're going to gain that they're not going to gain. So again, if they see something online, they may try and, build up their social media following, or try and, I don't know, all of a sudden start posting a lot of pictures, so that, I don't know, there's something that they're going to do because they feel like you're their competition. They will realize that their attempts to compete with you were a waste of time, and will cry themselves to bed at night to know that, wow, this person's going to be in tears after seeing some sort of picture or learning about you. Or they could come across a picture of you and another person in love, the person that they try to destroy from you. Or, look, once they find this thing out about you, either you're in this relationship or who you are outside of work, some of you could be very established in your community, like famous in your community of where you live, right? Once they find out this thing, some of you don't want this person to find out, but there's something that they're going to find out. Maybe you can get like a pay rise. Maybe you are going to, they're going to keep hearing people talk about you and how good you are at your job. It's going to make them want to compete with you more, but then they're just going to give up, and they're going to start crying themselves to sleep that you beat them in their one-sided competition, right? So we've got this. They will always wonder about you and feel a sense of inner loss and guilt about how they treated you. In the reverse, no. They do have pangs of guilt sometimes, and then they justify it like, no, that person can't have that because they don't make as much money as me, or they come from that background and I'm better than them and I work hard for my role and the position that I'm in, I had to struggle. They do things like that. They justify it. But their guys are like, stop doing it, they don't deserve it, leave them alone. And they're like, no, I've got, if I do, that means that they're better than me, and they're not better than me because people like that in high school used to always get the hot guy or the hot, it's that type of energy that they got. Let's see. The whole community will turn on them. This will make them feel insecure, be in fear, unable to not know who to trust, because people that they knew and considered as friends will not want anything to do with them, and may as as to harassing them the way that they did to you. So we've got this in the reverse. I feel like you don't come from the same community as this person. That could mean a lot of different things. Maybe you're from a different background, but I feel as if the whole community would turn on them. This has probably happened already. Like maybe people that are from the same background or that has the same position as this person are starting to see that this person is a bit weird towards you, and people are removing themselves from this person. This person's going to start feeling isolated, and it is making them feel insecure, or this is to come. I feel like it's happened already, or it's happening in the now. People that they consider as friends will not want anything to do with them. So their friendships are going to suffer at work. They're not going to be as close to people as they were before. Even if people are presently there, they're going to feel a sense of isolation. We've got, watch you and your partner create your own family through a birth of a daughter or a son, and see how happy you both are, obsessively wanting to be around you and your new family, but feeling blocked out because of the conflict and chaos magic that they sent to you and your partner, so that you will not conceive, instead finding that they are struggling in their own life. So this person has been sending chaos magic towards you and another person. This could have been done through water, drinks, or gifts, right? And that, like I said, when they see or find out, and this could be the thing that tips them over the edge, when they find out that you and this person are engaged or getting married, or you have a child together. There's going to be some sort of child that comes out from this, or you're going to create something. You could create a business with this person. This is like power couple, but that's a realization to this person that you two are in a relationship. I'm hearing something about head office, but by the time they find out that you and this person are together, you may have left a job, they may have left a job, or it's okay to date in your workplace or something like this. But there's something that you know, some of you could be pregnant right now for a person at work, right? Or for some of you, this is going to happen. And this person is going to feel as though they've been let down by their guides for not achieving and succeeding in separating you and another person. This is happening right now. Some sort of conflict magic that they sent out, chaos magic, is being returned to this person. They're trying to hide from it. They're trying to duck and dive, but it's being returned back to another person. They either, yeah, whether you're pregnant for this person or you're getting into a relationship, they delayed this connection. They delayed it. And they try to delay a pregnancy as well. They will be stuck in a job that they hate. What did I say? What did I say? I shuffle these cards separately from my other cards. They will be stuck in a job that they hate, while they will witness or hear about you being financially stable, living your best life. So they're going to become aware that you are like a big deal outside of work. And they're going to still be stuck and stagnant in the job that they hate, chasing that money whilst draining themselves out energetically. They're going to start feeling angry that you are in a loving, committed relationship while they are single, or in a relationship that has no future. So if they're in a relationship and they try to come up against yours, oh my God, oh dear, I don't know. They are not happy in this relationship. They're not, you know, that's probably why they try to separate you and another person. But they're going to find out. I feel like the big karma for this person is to find out that someone's in love with you, and you and another person are both in love with each other, and both in a relationship with each other, committed with each other. Keep prayed up. Keep away from this person. Limit what you post on social media, though, because this person does snoop around. We will witness you and your partner getting married. Oh, my God. I don't even choose these cards. They will witness you and your partner getting married. So the person that they try to break up from you, or break you up from, please follow me because I'm tired, right? You're going to end up marrying this person. For some of you, they will witness you and your partner getting married, and will be filled with jealousy and envy, which everyone will notice and start gossiping about. Okay, so if it's not as far-fetched as marriage, for some of you, you are going to get married to this person. That's what Spirit wants to say. But you and your person, or this person, whoever this person is, it's established. You both like each other, or even love each other. Everyone can sense it. Everyone can see it at the workplace, right? This person can sense it and see. That's why they try to destroy it. Even if you're with this person, they try to destroy it. So some of you are going to get married. This person, if they do come, do not invite them to the wedding. They will be very jealous, right? This is the type of person that will go to like a herbalist, a witch doctor, whatever. I wouldn't even say herbalist, a witch doctor, to try and stop the wedding, right? They wouldn't stand up when the priest says, has anyone got any reservations? They wouldn't stand up. They will go to someone to try and block it, but they will go to the wedding to see if the blockage has worked, right? Do not invite them. And maybe some people from work should not even know if you're in this relationship, or shouldn't even know if you're going to get married, because if they're friends with that person's going to find out certain things. Because there is someone at work that could be telling this person things about you and your connection with another person. This is why this person is keeping abreast. You know, a gift was given, a loving gesture, a look, a smile, a kiss, something happened, and this person found out, because they've got eyes and ears even when they're not there, right? So they're going to witness you and your partner getting married, and will be filled with jealousy and envy, which everyone will notice and start gossiping about. So people are gossiping about this person's jealousy towards you. People know this person's jealous of you. People know this person is obsessed with someone and obsessed with you as well, right? Their jealousy for you and your relationship will be exposed. So even if it's not the case, guys, I feel like their jealousy is going to be exposed. People are going to start looking at this person like they're mad and obsessed with you and your person. Then people are going to start thinking, oh, so when you said this, you were jealous and you were trying to separate them. oh, you're jealous of them too. And yeah, they're going to be exposed for their jealousy. And people are going to find out what they've been plotting, why they've been saying things about you, why they've been trying to get rid of you from the job, you know, and they're going to expose that they like someone that doesn't want them. Oh my God, this one's dread. But it's deserving with this individual. Everything they wanted to take from you in regards to you expanding in your career, if they look down on you, they're going to find out that you're a big deal outside of work. If they try to separate you from friends and love interests, they're going to find out that, you know, people gravitate towards you regardless. And you're going to end up with that person they did not want you to be with, and possibly get married and have a child with that person if you want that to happen. But, you know, this person's going to, yeah, their plans and schemes are going to backfire with the Magician card. And yeah, it's just not going to end well. It's just not going to end well. You know, they feel that they're very spiritually powerful, but you're more powerful than them. You're more powerful than them. That's what I have for you, pile number 2. I need a break. I really need a break. And we're going to move on over to pile number 3. What's the karma for your family member? That's going to be interesting. Join me in a bit. I'll speak to you guys soon. Literally walking very strangely because I've been sitting down for hours, you know. quickly go back to pile number 2 because I didn't do the blessings and your guidance. So before I go to pile number 3, I'm just going to quickly do blessings and guidance for pile number 2 because that one was a little bit more lighthearted than pile number 1. But let's see. Blessings and guidance for pile number 2 for their situation, Spirit. Arcs. Let me move that out of the way. Asks us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. So you're guided to pray to Spirit, God, or whoever you believe in, because your guides are listening to you, okay? And they will assist you in this actual situation. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. So they're just saying, look, just tell us what to do in it and we'll do it. Meaning, if you need assistance in this, in regards to us giving you downloads as to what to do, as to, you know, how you should navigate in the situation, then just ask us, you know. We will protect you. If we feel like you need to learn a lesson from the situation, okay, we're going to step out of the way. But we are going to make sure you are protected in this actual situation moving forward. And just ask for protection. Just ask for protection. That's what your guys are basically saying, right? Let's see. And also know that you are protected. Have confidence, see? Continue to have confidence in yourself. Don't allow this person to make, or these people to dim your light. It's designed for that to happen because they're jealous of your light. You are like a bright, sparkly unicorn. You know, you're bringing light to the environment that you're in, right? You deserve to be there just as much as they deserve to be there. And you shouldn't have to dim your light for anyone. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and faith. So you're in that environment to spread a lot of lightheartedness and love, and this person is triggered by it. But you're there to help uplift the environment, and you're there to, you know, be the embodiment of love. So keep creating love and keep having confidence in yourself. Perfect timing. Now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are opened while you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate, as all of your as all of the ingredients are right for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. So this is saying to continue to focus on your goals, to continue to focus on pouring into yourself, to continue to be the amazing, bright, beautiful you. And everything is going to work out at the right time. And I'm hearing for some of you, you're going to witness this person's karma as well. You know, but your focus is to shift your energy onto the things that you want to do outside of work, or whether if you want to advance in work, and to keep creating, keep pouring into you, and keep being the better version of you. Every time this person throws something at you, throws energy at you, alchemize that into something positive. And the more you energize yourself, the more you raise your vibrations, whatever they send to you is going to ricochet right back. Okay, so let's move on over to pile number 3. What's the karma for your family member or members? Let's see. All right. What do they do? 10 of Pentacles, definitely the family card. 8 of Cups, so 3 of Swords, High Priestess, Hierophant. Okay, so what did this person or these people do? So this individual, these individuals, they may have shone a wedding. They may not have turned up at a wedding because they weren't happy with your choice of partner for some of you. So they wanted to punish you for marrying someone that they did not agree with. For some of you, they tried to sabotage this wedding as well. And they may have tried to go to someone they may have gone to like a priest or something to try and stop the wedding, or They may have actually stood up in the wedding and said you shouldn't marry this person or something. But it's something about them being against your relationship. And for some of you, if it's a family member, they try to actually sleep with your husband or your wife, or they wanted to break up a marriage, they wanted to break up a relationship. I also feel like this person or these people, there's something about money here with the Ten of Pentacles, and I feel like they, for some of you, I'm picking up strong with the Hierophant, two things, like they were against who you were marrying, they didn't like it, so because they didn't like it, they tried to sabotage your relationship with your spouse. And for others of you, they were trying to convince you that your person's marrying you for money, or that the person could be marrying, yeah, the person's only marrying you for money. And I also feel like they were scared of you marrying this person because they felt like the person was going to get some money. And also, I'm picking up that there's something about money here. This person didn't want you to get married as well. Like, they wanted you to be single is what I'm picking up. So they may have went to like practitioners behind your back to try and block you from finding love. They delayed your romantic life. They tried to delay. No one can't delay nothing but your romantic life, because they may have went to a practitioner. This is for specific for you, and the practitioner told them that you're going to marry rich, or going to marry someone, and you're going to be financially stable with this person. And they started to do some work behind the scenes to stop you from getting married. Some of you know that this person visits these types of people, but they heard information. This practitioner, they heard information that you're going to get married to someone, and it upset them because they want you to suffer. They don't want you to be abundant. They don't want you to be financially stable. They don't want you to be successful. And for some of you, this individual, if this has got nothing to do with love, they wanted you to suffer financially. They may have went to a practitioner to find out about your abundance as well, but they wanted you to suffer financially, so they walked out on you, they abandoned you, so that you'll be heartbroken, so that you'll be destitute. And I just feel like they use spiritual vices to do it. Very sneaky. 12th house energy, Pisces. So you or this person could be a Pisces, a Capricorn, a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith. I feel as if they were jealous of your home. They were jealous that you purchased a home. They were jealous of your spirituality, your wisdom. So this family member or family members, they're jealous of your spirituality. They're jealous of your intelligence. Some of you got like a degree, a doctorate, a master's or something like that. Some of you bought a home. You know, you're very spiritually gifted, and they're jealous of that. So they had to sneak, because they know you're gifted in that way. They had to do things in a different way so that you don't find out that they're sabotaging you. Your success brought them a lot of pain. They wanted you to struggle financially as well, because this is Taurus energy. Taurus rules the second house. Second house talks about values, how we invest in ourselves, what we value. So they were jealous of your abundance, your financial abundance. They were jealous of your career as well. So they tried to come up against you by competing with you in regards to career. They wanted you to lose your home. They wanted you to lose money. They wanted you to be heartbroken. They wanted you to lose it all. So they tried to make you lose it all. They tried to partner up with, they may have partnered up with other family members as well. They partnered up with other family members to come up against you because of their jealousy towards you. They tried to get in between a relationship of you and your partner. They wanted your partner to leave you as well. They wanted you to be a single parent. They wanted you to be a struggling single parent. All right, so let's see. Why do they do it? Four of Swords, because they're bored in life, they're depressed, they feel stagnant, stuck and blocked, is what I'm picking up here. Number 3 might be quite short, guys, because I have been going on for a bit. We're going into 2 hours and 46 minutes already. Yeah, this person feels stagnant and blocked. They feel like their heart chakra is closed, so they don't lead with love, you know. They feel disconnected from themselves. They feel very bored with their life. They feel isolated, and they're in disconnection from their guides, and they lack direction in their life, a bit like pile number 1. They feel like they're not chosen. They feel like you're chosen, and they feel like they're not chosen. They just feel like they're just gliding through life with no plan, no goal, and they're jealous of your spiritual gifts, and they feel like you are able to manifest what you want because of your gifts, because of your intelligence. Like, you just navigate yourself through the world effortlessly, and they don't understand why they haven't been given the same foresight like you. So they're jealous of your spiritual gifts and what you can manifest for yourself, and they have a lot of mental trauma. That this person is conflicted mentally. They could be suffering from depression, insomnia. There's a lot of swords cards here. They're very angry, you know, very angry. They may have been secretly trying to compete with you for years, and in their view, you're succeeding. They feel like you're able to gift people, so they could be jealous of the fact that you're able to take care of yourself and take care of others. They may want to be seen as the one, that family member that gifts to others. They may want to be seen as that family member that spoils other people. So they see that you're very charitable and you're very well liked, and they're very fixated on the money that you've got. They're very angry with the fact that you invest in yourself, you're able to take care of yourself and to take care of others. Remember, they wanted you to be financially destitute. They wanted you to be in poverty, but you always seem to get back up on the horse. You always seem to sort yourself out, and you're always able to be of service to yourself and of service to others, and they don't like it. There's something about it. They hate your communication. They're jealous of the way that you communicate and how you're able to always affect other people, how your words just they're jealous of your position in the family. Like, you could be that one that a lot of people look up to. A lot of people may view you as their favorite. I don't like favorites, but they're jealous of the fact that people look up to you. You're very well liked in the family, and people like to communicate with you on a daily basis. You stay in contact with other family members. You get on with other family members. They see you as being popular. I'm not seeing the sun card or the star card, right? But they see you as popular. They feel like you are an effective communicator. See, I'm stumbling there, but before anyway, you're an effective communicator, and you keep strong connections with other family members, and they feel like they haven't got that same juice. They feel as if, you know, people look up to you, they listen to you. No one really pennies them, meaning no one really like listens to what they have to say. They feel insignificant in comparison to you as well. They feel like you're always on the go. You're ambitious. You could be on social media. You're very active on social media. They feel like you've got a lot of energy, and they lack that energy. They're just jealous of your being, you know, and they wanted you to wait. They wanted your ships to, because they're in competition with you. So they wanted your ships to not come in, and for their ships to come in. They felt like where they're at now, you would be there. So the jail that they planned for you is the one that they're rotting in right now. They wanted you to be isolated from family, or isolated in general, emotionally closed off, not ambitious, not having anything to look forward to, not having any money to treat yourself and to treat others, finding it difficult to, they're very conflicted with life, and it affects their sleep as well. And they feel like their ships have passed them by. They feel like they missed the boat. They feel like they've missed the boat in life, and they're seeing you moving forward even with setbacks, they're seeing you come back even stronger, and they're thinking how, you know, they're jealous of your mind, like how powerful your mind is, how you can always have comebacks, how you can communicate effectively, how they're jealous of how your mind works as well, how you get yourself out of situations, like tricky situations that they feel stuck in, or that they will feel stuck in, you know, because I'm seeing like someone go, aha, I got you now. Like you may have had a bad situation occur in your life, and they thought that that was them getting you, like that's going to be your downfall, but you bounce back, and it's like, what? Because they felt like your downtime will be their time to rise, but they've missed opportunities in life, and they feel like they're not going to get these opportunities back, and they feel like you're going towards your goals, and they're being left behind, and they just don't want to see you win. Basically, this family member or these family members, they don't want to see you win. So what's their karma? So yeah, they don't want to see you win, unfortunately. This is supposed to be the karma bit, is it? Yeah. No, it's supposed to be what. Yeah, they're supposed to be why did they do it. So they basically are just of the way your mind works, how you're able to conjure up ideas and go after your goals, and nothing or no one can stop you. So we're gonna find out what their karma is. I was supposed to shuffle, because that was supposed to be the second part. There's a third part here as well. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna find out what their karma is. I'll leave this. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna find out what their karma is. I'm gonna do 3 cards with this because I only got a little bit of cards left here. What is their karma, please, Spirit? What is this family member's karma for trying to come up against my butterflies? Because they've been trying to do the most, man. This one's been going to witch doctors and all sorts and trying to do spells on pile number 3. Okay, so let's see. What is their karma? Oh, okay. So we've got, let's leave that there. So this person is, let's move this out of the way. We've got the Emperor card. So this person could be in Aries, or you could be in Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith. There could be a Pisces. There could be a, if I can remember, a Taurus or a Capricorn. Or you could be of those signs: Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith. So their karma is to see you stable. Is to see you running the show. Some of you could be business owners. Some of you could be a boss, a CEO, a manager, or this person's worst fear, you're going to run your own business. They're going to see that you're a powerful force, a leader, someone not to play with. This is what they didn't want for you. This is what they were fearing. They're going to see that you are stable, you settle down. Some of you are going to own your own home. You're going to get married as well. This is part of this person's karma. If this person is in a relationship or a marriage, it's very tumultuous. It's up and down. It's very restricting. They're not happy. They feel alone, even though they're in a relationship. If they're in one, they feel isolated and alone. They feel like they're, you know, single within the relationship. Yeah, look, Tower. There's a lot of arguments in their relationship. Them and their partner, hopefully not. They could be physically violent towards each other, or there's a lot of arguments. They don't like their partner, and their partner doesn't like them. Yeah, their partner's going to end up leaving them. This is what they wanted for you. They wanted you to be a single parent. They wanted you or your partner to leave. They wanted you to not be in a happy home. So their home is not, life is not going to be happy. It's going to be a lot of conflict, madness, and mayhem. They're going to end up alone. This person's going to end up alone. That's their karma. And they're going to be trying to juggle to save the relationship. But if they do stay in the relationship, it's going to be a very isolating one where they're going to end depressed. But I feel for the majority of you that the person's going to leave them. If they're not in a relationship, they're going to be single for a very long time. They want to find a husband, is what I'm picking up with this card here. And they've done spell work to make sure you don't find a husband, or that you remain single. They're not going to get married. That's their karma. They're never going to get married. Is what I'm picking up here. If they do, it's going to end abruptly. The person's going to use them for their money and leave them. Or the person will just end up, why did I say money? The person's going to end up marrying them. And then what happens is they're going to have to serve this person. This person's going to use them. Sixth house energy. That's probably why I got the money with the Virgo card. If they end up marrying someone, it's going to be someone that just wants to be looked after and taken care of, and it's going to end, and they're going to feel isolated and alone within the relationship. Let's see, what's this person's karma? They will lose money, a job, get tied up in a business scandal that will be exposed. People will not want to collaborate with them, and they could face jail or a fine. So for some of you, this person could get like a fine, or they could do some sort of business. It ends in some sort of scandal. You know, we have, if it's in the reverse, it means it's happening now. It's happened already. They will age and people will see the evil that resides within. They will be exposed through their looks outwardly. They will also witness your transformation on how balanced you are and how beautiful you look. So this person's going to see, you know, whatever they've been throwing at you, whether they've been physically trying to do it or spiritually trying to do it, they're going to see that it's going to affect them more physically than it will you. Seeing you glow and shine and look beautiful and stunning is going to irate this person even more. But it's just basically the backfire coming back. Feel overwhelmed, discombobulated, and have no support. This person's feeling like this in the now. That's why it's in the reverse. Or this has happened, or it's happening in the now, I feel, right? Feel trapped and isolated and will try to run to you because they will feel the same emotions that they left you in. So this person is feeling quite trapped in a relationship. Or if they're at home, you know, they feel very trapped. If they're married, they're not enjoying this marriage. They want help from you, but they're refusing to ask for help. So they're going to be stuck in their own personal hell. We've got being blocked on all social media platforms and unable to reach you. Feeling trapped in the head and wanting to reach out but can't. So you may have trapped this, you've trapped this person by blocking them, right? So this person is blocked from your social media for some of you, and they can't access you, and it's making them feel quite unstable about it. Because you may have realized what this person was trying to do. Police will raid their home, sniper dogs will find drugs, and they'll be arrested on the spot. Ushered to the van or car in handcuffs for the whole neighborhood to witness and see. So they could get arrested if they are doing something illegal in their home, and the whole neighborhood will witness and see it. In regards to their relationship, they will feel unappreciated by their partner and feel alone in their current. Didn't I say that? You see, part number 3, I shuffled these channel cards separate from these cards, right? So if they're in a relationship right now, they're feeling very unappreciated by their partner. They feel alone in their current relationship. Hermit card. Their partner will not make them feel valued and forget birthdays and anniversaries. So they're unhappy in their relationship. They're not doing so great. Their partner is probably marrying them for money, or wants to be with them for money. And if they're with their partner, the partner's doing everything. They're having to do everything for the partner, but their main goal is to maybe get married to this person. Even if they do, the partner is not going to pull their weight. Their partner's going to make them feel like they're the only ones in the relationship. But to the public, they may say, oh, I'm married, or I'm doing this. But they are living in hell right now. They're not enjoying it. So that is what their karma is. I knew it was going to be quite short on number 3, but they're not having a great time. And they're going to be feeling isolated away from you, and they're going to be feeling isolated within the relationship, because this person needs to learn a lesson of liking their own company, but they don't. But they wanted you to be isolated and alone. So even if they got what they don't want you to have, they're still unhappy and they're still isolated and alone. So let's take a look at the blessings that are for you and what's the advice, and then we're going to wrap up this reading. Okay, what's the advice to my power number beautiful 3s? Life purpose. Reward yourself, perfect timing, and chakra. All right, so your life purpose is, like part number 1, the purpose of your life is to serve in the way that brings great joy to yourself and others. So this person, I feel, whoever these people are, they were very jealous of your life purpose. They could foresee, sometimes some people can see things in us that we can't see in ourselves. That's why it's good to like reflect and check on ourselves. But this individual, these family members, they were very jealous of your life purpose. They were very jealous of the way your mind works, the way you communicate, the way you can think about hearing the word, conjure up ideas. It's like you get these downloads from spirit, and they were jealous of your imagination and your talents and your gifts, right? And they wanted that same sort of hype for themselves, right? They wanted your mind. And they felt like, oh, if I had that type of personality, there's so much things that I would have done, etc. But they don't. But they don't, right? They should focus on their own skills and talents, because we all have different skills and talents. They're saying, well, Spirit is saying, don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. So I feel like this person also wanted to slow you down because you know where you want to go and they can't find their life purpose. So Spirit is saying to keep focus on what it is that you want to do. If you can't think of what you actually want to do, think of one specific thing that you actually enjoy and work on that. But I feel like you know what you wanted to do or what you want to do, which is why this person tried to, all these people wanted to take you off your path. Reward yourself. You've been given a lot of yourself lately and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. So Spirit wants you to treat yourself the way you want to be treated. Love yourself and, you know, don't feel guilty about it. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation as a consistently high level. So you have to keep pouring into yourself. The more you pour into yourself, more others will pour into you, right? So keep loving yourself. And we have heart chakra. It says love is the heart of the matter. So for me personally, it's saying to keep leading with an open heart, away from these people obviously, but don't like make your heart grow cold like these other individuals do. This is why they fixate on you. Your heart is a center within your physical being, attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart. Yeah, don't feel guilty about being loved. If you're in a loving relationship, don't feel guilty about it. But I do feel like for some of you, these family members were dead against your relationship, you know. They try to come up against it or whatever the case is. As we stand by with perfect protection and guidance, and this is saying that your relationship is protected. We also got perfect timing, or some of you may witness this person's karma or you may hear of it. Now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. Yeah, so focus on your goals and your projects. You've got things to do, pile number 3. Focus on that. This is what this person, all these people are fearful of. The doors are open. So the doors are open. You need to take action now, right? How you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate. So if you feel like you've been procrastinating, try and do things in bite size. It can happen to us all, trust me, right? I've got ADHD, so sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I want to start. Like even doing this actual video, I had to prep it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it in a minute. Let me just quickly air out all the cards. Let me, you know, put incense over the cards, and it took me a long time to do it, right? But I'm doing it now. So I understand with the procrastination thing, but try and do things in bite size. Like the other day, I bought myself like one of those books, them ADHD books, you know, the cleaning ones, and how to do things in little parts. That might be beneficial as well if you feel overwhelmed. Because when you've got ADHD, you can get kind of overwhelmed. You're very creative, but you can get kind of overwhelmed. So you need to do things in small, you know, I need to do things in bite size. So focus on one goal. What's your most important thing you want to do? Focus on that and then move on to the next. Don't overwhelm yourself. Because I feel like these individuals, they want you to slow down mentally. They don't want you to have that drive and have those ideas and go after your ideas. They want you to be slowed down. So just like fight against that. As all of the ingredients are right for your success, everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. So you, just as much as you've got people, unfortunately for some of you, your family members trying to come up against you, try to compete with you, keep you blocked and stagnant. I don't know why. Probably enemies from a past life, by the way. There's other family members that do love you. There's other people that are not family that do love you and that are rooting for you. But you need to start rooting for you, and you need to continue to keep loving you, to keep sparkling, shining and glowing wherever you go. Keep being that baddie, keep being that girl, that guy, and keep shining your light and be an example. Okay, and I'll speak to you soon. I really wanted to do that reading, long time coming. That's why it's probably 3 hours. That's like what, 3 readings in one. So I'll speak to you guys soon with a love reading. Take care. Peace out.